Go.
Hello, wonder what's under the cover. It's starting to rain now.
Oh, bloody hell. Quick.
Look at this.
Wait.
Surprise car. Right, that'll do. Hello, my name's Graham Carey. I'm 55, I think now, and I like my classic cars. And I'm sat here in my 2002 C70 Volvo. This car was designed by a British designer, a guy called Peter Horbury, and it broke the mould really for Volvos because it actually had curves rather than it being completely designed by somebody with a ruler. I like Volvos. I had an estate. I bought an emergency to get to the airport once, and then that convinced me to buy a caravan and become a committed Volvo enthusiast. This convertible we got in 2016. Again, it was an emergency. We were going to France, which was nice, to Euro Disney, and the Saab convertible we had failed an MOT. So I said, well, we need a convertible if we're driving through France. So we got this one. It's been pretty good. I like it. Let's have a quick look at the outside, and then I shall start talking about my dream car. Well, here I am again in the home office. As you can see, I've got some of my other interesting classic cars going on here, such as this old Honda I'm busy restoring, and a guitar in case I get bored and need to practice on the bass. Cracking, I'll get a very good picture of that. So back to the dream car. So here's my dream car. It's a Jensen Interceptor from the 1960s on into the 1970s. That was my favourite car when I was a little boy and I was into cars. I could name every car on the road, and it was owned by all the famous people like Eric Morecambe, John Thor, Henry Cooper, Cliff Richard, all that bunch, even John Bonham. But I only have about £1,000–2,000 to put in, so I came up with a slightly cheaper option for my dream car, which is also a fantastic British V8. This is convertible, which is the Jaguar XK8, and that's the car I suggested. However, I thought about it a bit afterwards, after I'd applied to be on the show, and my favourite car really that I'd like to get isn't either of these, not that one, not that one, but this one, which is a 1999 purple Mini Cooper Sport. Now, I didn't say what I did for a living. Well, I work for BMW at the plant at the Mini factory in Oxford. I'm responsible at the moment for the museum. So classic Minis are part of my daily work in life, and I really miss these cars because when I worked for Rover, which obviously before it was bought by BMW, we used to have these as company vehicles because on long journeys you couldn't fall asleep on the motorway. And the very last one I had for a long time before we got BMWs, which was a purple one like this with the wide wheels. Unfortunately, it let me down on the M40 after a lot of miles driving from Wolverhampton to Cowley, and I never saw it again. So that's the car that I would really like to be driving in the future on my way to work and for fun. Thanks for listening. Thanks ever so much to my son Aaron for doing such a brilliant job with the film. And hopefully I'll get to meet two of my television heroes on Wheeler Dealer's dream car.